Well, welcome back for episode 2 of Around the Stable. We've got your hosts, me, Coach Stevens, Coach Mahon, Coach Staff, and the GOAT, Coach Harrington.
I'm here, baby. Man, a stallion.
All right, and as you can see, we've got some special guests with us today. We're going to go ahead and recognize all of our students of the week, and then we're going to play a little trivia game here with our ones that are here on our meet today. So for my 8th grade class, I've got Anahi Aguirre, Jasmine Escobar, and Leonel Rinkin. For 7th grade, I've got Akila Chesney and Jonathan Koberger. And for 6th grade, I've got Roberto Gonzalez and Brooklyn Brookie Cookie Garner. And let's throw it over to Coach Mahon for her Students of the Week.
So for 8th grade, I nominated my entire 8th grade because everyone shows up. People cut their cameras on. Everyone is passing in that class. This is the first time it's happened all year, so bow down to 8th grade. They're crushing it. 7th grade, I have Hector and Kaylee. And then for 6th grade, I have, you have my sticky note, Coach Stevens. What was 6th grade again?
Oh, man. I got it somewhere. I put it in my pocket somewhere. I think I might have left it with Geddes. Geddes sabotaged the show.
I honestly cannot remember who I wrote down for 6th grade. We might want to edit that part.
None of them get it.
Oh, it's Isabella and Daniel, I think. Isabella and Daniel for 6th grade.
Nice. What about you, Coach Staff?
All right. My 8th grade, I have Jermaine Banks and Layla Champney. They both have a 100% and 1 absence so far. 7th grade, I have Brad Jordan and Selena Williams. And Brad has a 100% and 1 absence. And Selena has a 96% and 1 absence. And in 6th grade, Superstar Kessler Petrarca, 100%, 0 absences, and Peyton Varner, same thing, 100% and 0 absences. They are rock stars.
All right, and last but not least, Coach Harrington, Students of the Week.
Oh, my students of the week are 8th grader Sydney Bison, stud in PE. And we'll get to all of her accomplishments, a little bit later once we start talking with the kids, and she's doing a great job. And my other student is Brian Sotelo, and he is a 7th grader. Played on last year's SanLee soccer team, and he's just a great student here at SanLee. So those are my 2.
All right, so congratulations to our Students of the Week, and we have a few of them here. We have Brooklyn, Akila, Jonathan, Leonel, and Sydney here with us, and we are going to play a little trivia game with you. We're going to throw it over to our game show host, Coach Mahon, to tell you the instructions and how we're going to play.
Alrighty, so there's going to be 10 questions, and out of these 10 questions, they are based upon your health and PE teachers. So some of the questions might pertain to one person, some of the questions might pertain to multiple people, but if you have some way to either type something on your phone, like type your answers on their phone, or write it down on a piece of paper, I advise you to do that, because after we're done going through these 10 questions, we will see who has the most answers correct, and they will win a coveted no homework, no assignment on Wednesday pass. Woo! Get excited. Alrighty, so are you guys ready? Can I get a thumbs up when you're ready from all our participants? Yep. Jonathan, you good? Leonel, I'm assuming you're good. I'm going to take that as a yes. Okay, wonderful, awesome. All right, so first question. Who is a twin? Who is a twin? Give you guys a couple of seconds. It's question number 1. Who is a twin?
Do you want to have them type it in the chat box?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, too. They can type it in the chat box. We'll just have to go back and see who's the most right. Moving on to question number 2. Who has only lived in North Carolina? So out of the PE teachers, who is the only teacher to live in North Carolina? The whole time that they've been alive. All right, question number 3. We have, although 3 of the 4 coaches have taken classes at ECU, who is the only one that has a degree so far from ECU? So who has graduated from ECU out of the 4 PE teachers? All right, moving on to question number 4. Who has had sports injuries in high school resulting in surgery twice? So who has had surgery twice because of injuries from high school? Brooklyn says Mayhan. Hello. Everybody say hey to Miss Gaddis! Woo! Alright, I'm going to get a coffee. You literally get it. Alright, looks like we got everybody's answer. Wonderful. Moving on to question number 5. Who has worked at SanLee the longest? Who has worked at SanLee the longest? Doing a great job, you guys. We're halfway there. All right, question number 6. How many of the coaches have dogs? So the answer for this will either be 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which of the coaches have dogs? Question number 7. Who once played at a basketball game that lasted 107.5 hours? Who once played in a basketball game that lasted 107.5 hours? I don't even know if I could stay up that long. Alrighty. There's a sweep there with Stevens on that one.
I like the confidence in me.
Question number 8. Which one of the teachers has met Michael Jordan? Which one of the teachers has met Michael Jordan? Please tell me you all know who Michael Jordan is. All right, great work. We're moving on. We're almost there. We got 2 more questions. Which one of the teachers won a spaghetti eating contest? So, who out of your PE teachers won a spaghetti eating contest? Brooklyn says Harrington. We have said Harrington.
They like food.
We do talk about it quite a bit. To be health teachers, especially.
Last question. Who has coached a collegiate sport? Who has coached a collegiate sport? All right, so we're going to go over these, and I'm going to check these off as you got them correct. So, question number 1. Who is a twin? I just gave it away there. Who is a twin? Coach Staff is a twin. So, Sydney got that correct. Akila, I'm sorry, I'm not a twin. I know plenty of twins, though. Jonathan, not a twin. I'm not a twin. Everyone thought I was a twin on this one. Could you imagine another one of me running around? I don't know about that. So far, Sydney was the only one to get that one correct. So Sydney has 1 point.
Yeah, I hear you, Sydney. That's the way to take on the Harrington class.
Good start.
Good start. Keep it up.
Side note, Coach Harrington has twins. Question number 2. Who has only lived in North Carolina. That is Coach Harrington. Coach Harrington is the one who has only lived in North Carolina, and it looks like everyone got that one correct. Very good job, you guys. Very good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I know it.
Coach Harrington, North Carolina, born, bred, raised.
Stayed.
Very far from where he grew up. Yeah. All right, question number 3. Although 3 of the 4 coaches have taken classes at ECU, who is the only one that has a degree so far? That would be Coach Stevens. Coach Stevens has a degree from ECU.
Purple. Gold.
That was a clean sweep. Everyone guessed that one as well. So far, we have Sydney with 3. Everyone else has 2. So Sydney, holding on to that lead by 1 right now. All right, question number 4. Who has had sports injuries in high school resulting in surgery twice? That was yours truly, your host today. Me, I've had surgery twice. Looks like Sydney got that one. Leo got that one, and Brooklyn got that one. So Sydney got that one, Leo, and Brooklyn. Alrighty. Oh, it's getting close. All right, Sydney, Leo, and Brooklyn got 3. Jonathan and Akila, you have 2. Good work, good work. All right, who has worked at SanLee the longest? Who has worked at SanLee the longest? That would be Coach Harrington. Coach Harrington has worked at SanLee the longest. All right, I'm pretty sure everyone got that one on this one. Oh, sorry, Akila, you got that one wrong. You guessed me. I've been working, well, I would say the shortest, but Coach Staff actually has me beat on that one. So Sydney got a point, Jonathan got a point, Leo got a point, Brooklyn got a point. Ooh, it's still close, still close. All right, question number 6. How many of the coaches have dogs? All of us have dogs. All of us have dogs. We all have at least one dog. So looks like Jonathan, Leo, Brooklyn, you 3 got that correct. Akila, Sydney, you were close. You guessed 3. You guessed 3. So Jonathan got a point. Leo got a point. Brooklyn got a point. Ooh, we got a 3-way tie right now between Sydney, Brooklyn, and Leo. They have 5. Jonathan, you got 4. Akila, you got 2. That's all right, though. We still got some game left. All right, so question number 7. Who once played in a basketball game that lasted 107.5 hours? Everyone guessed Coach Stevens, and everyone was wrong. Everyone was wrong. Coach Harrington played that basketball game. Do you care to elaborate on that, Coach Harrington?
It's a long time ago.
Did you win?
Actually, my team actually won. I've got a picture at home of the score, and it was in the thousands. The point total. I've got a picture of the scoreboard, and actually, it was my fraternity, and we were doing raising money for a bone marrow transplant for these 2 twin girls, and that was kind of our philanthropy, and so we raised money, and the reason we did 107.5 hours was because we were hooked up with a radio station, which was called Surf 107.5. And so they kind of teamed up with us, and they were out there, each day doing their radio show as well. So, but yeah, the final score, I can't remember right off the top of my head, but I know we capped 1,000. I mean, we were thousands.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. And for a good cause, too. That's cool. All right, we got 3 questions left. So we have number 8. Which one of the teachers has met Michael Jordan? Who has met Michael Jordan? That's actually Coach Stevens. And only one person got that right. That was Brooklyn. Brooklyn got that one right.
Way to go, Brookie Cookie.
That puts Brooklyn ahead by 1. That puts her ahead by 1. It's getting close here.
How many questions we got left?
We got 2 left. Got 2 left.
Okay. You're going to have to give us an update on the next.
Yeah, I will. Number 9, which one of the coaches won a spaghetti eating contest? Which one won a spaghetti eating contest? And none of you, wait a minute.
There was one.
Akila got it right. It was Coach Staff. Coach Staff won a spaghetti eating contest.
Thank you for believing in me, Akila.
Everyone else got Coach Harrington.
I think we're all surprised on that one. She kind of eats the healthiest out of all of us, so that's kind of surprising.
Yeah, but also about that, I want you all to know that it was no utensils, no hands. It was literally face in plate, and I was the only female.
Amazing.
I can eat.
Alrighty, so going into the last question. Sydney has 5.
Let's go, Sydney.
Jonathan has 4. Leo has 5. Brooklyn has 6. And Akila has 3. So this last one could make or break who wins the game here. Or there might be a tie. We might have to do a tiebreaker.
Brooklyn's so nervous. Look at her. She's so nervous.
All right, so who has coached a collegiate sport? Who has coached a collegiate sport? We had one guess for Coach Stevens. And we had one guess. Well, we had like 4 for Coach Staff and 1 for Coach Stevens, and none of you were correct on that. So that was me. I coached a collegiate sport. I coached softball for 4 years at the collegiate level. So that brings our total. Wait a second. Oh no, I forgot Sydney here. Nobody got that one right. And you didn't get that one right either. Oh, actually, so I apologize. I missed Sydney on one of those. So Sydney had gotten it right. So Sydney and Brooklyn are tied at 6. So we did not discuss a tiebreaker.
I added it. It's on there.
Tiebreaker.
I added it.
Oh, you added a tiebreaker. Look at there. Coach Staff thinking ahead.
Always.
Oh, okay. So this will be between Sydney and Brooklyn. So Sydney and Brooklyn, type your answer in. So the question is,
Go, Sydney.
which coach dislocated their finger playing a PE game quarter 2? So Brooklyn says Stevens, and Sydney says Stevens.
You're both wrong. Look at Harrington's finger.
Yeah, so that was actually Coach Harrington. Coach Harrington dislocated his pinky last quarter, and it still gives him problems. Leo said, I knew it.
The pain that I go through for you kids.
So the tiebreaker, they tied on the tiebreaker. So do we want to give it to both of them? Oh, you added one last one?
Yeah, but if nobody gets this one, then we have to end with a tie. So I added one last question, and this is going to tell us who was paying attention to our first episode of SanLee PE.
In the first episode of SanLee PE, we did trick shots. Which coach threw a football off the top bleacher into a basketball hoop? We have a winner! Brooklyn! It was Coach Stevens.
Good job, Brooklyn.
Way to go, Brooklyn!
Great job, you guys. Brooklyn with the win, with the dub. Great job. Good work. Thank you guys for participating. That was awesome. Good work.
Yes, thank you again to our students of the week, at least some of them for showing up, and congratulations again on being selected as a student of the week. Brooklyn, maybe get some Pepto-Bismol in you if your stomach's hurting too bad, but congratulations. You do not have to do today's Wednesday assignment. Congratulations. Enjoy your day off of not working out. You can eat all you want today, and you can work out tomorrow. And so from here, we'll let our students of the week sign off. We will see y'all tomorrow for our live class. And y'all have a great rest of your day.
So proud of you. Good job.
Bye.
Bye.
Great job, Stallions.
For our next segment, we're throwing it over to Coach Harrington for the sports history lesson of the week.
All right. Today's sports lesson of the week is I'm going to touch on rivalries. And so I thought it'd be kind of cool to just for us four to just look back and kind of talk about, the biggest rivalry that's sports related that's in your could be your family, could be school related, college related, but I thought we would just kind of touch base on our biggest sports rivalries that we have come to love and expect each and every year. So I'll go ahead and start off, and I'm going to talk about, I guess, my biggest rivalry, and I'm going to go right here at SanLee. I'm not going to go out onto the big pro scene or the college scene. I'm going to talk rivalry right here at SanLee, and I think the rivalry that sticks out for me the most here at SanLee is going to go with our basketball game that we have with our crosstown rival, the Wesley Pride. And so, luckily, I have been the basketball coach here for 5 years, and we usually play them twice a year. There's been times when we've played them 3 times in a year, and luckily I've been on top of these rivalries most of the time. But just the intensity, the student involvement that comes to the games. We have a big gym, and our gym is filled up with purple and gold. But then when you go across town to Wesley, their gym is super small. They only have bleachers on one side of the gym. So if you don't get there as soon as school lets out, you pretty much will not have a seat. It is standing room only over there at Wesley, and so that's the rivalry that I think that stands out to me the most, and I really, truly love being part of that rivalry and seeing just the intensity of the players, the enthusiasm of the students, and so that's the rivalry that sticks out to me the most. So I'm going to throw it over there to Coach Tish, and let Coach Tish give her thoughts on rivalry.
So I love a good rivalry game. I just feel like there's always an intensity brought, no matter how good or bad the person on the opposite side is. It always ends up being a really good game. And so I went to UNC, and so a big rivalry for us was Duke or State. With them being right down the street, anytime we played them, no matter what sport it was always like, we're going to bring the hurt and the pain. Like, let's go. And so every time in softball, I played softball, so unfortunately they didn't have a Duke softball team at that time. They now do. But when we would play State, it was always like our head coach was always like uptight. Like if something didn't necessarily go our way, she'd get a little upset. But we always were super intense when it came to rivalry games, and I always loved them. Like, you didn't have to go across the country to play someone to have a really good game. They were always like right there in our backyard, and so I always love a good rivalry game for sure.
All right, that's pretty cool right there to play in the ACC and to have that rivalry, and not to mention all the sports between Duke, Carolina, and State. I'm sure that was pretty amazing to be on campus during those rivalry weeks that you're playing those teams. All right, now we're going to shoot it over there to Coach Stevens and see what Coach Stevens' best rivalry is.
Let's see. My most hated rival, I have to take it back to high school. I went to South Stanley High School, and our biggest rival was Albemarle, especially when it came to football season. We play them the last week of the regular season, which is, when most high schools' big rivalry week is. And it's one of those rivalries where the local mom and pop shops, they shut down, and they put the signs out, "Gone to the game," and stuff like that. And it wasn't a rivalry for a long time. Albemarle beat down on us for a solid decade or more. But I remember 2007. I was a sophomore. Actually, fall 2006. Let me get it right. I was a sophomore, and we beat Albemarle in the regular season finale, and that actually qualified us for the playoffs that year. And then we turned around, and who do we play in week one? Albemarle High School. And so we played them again 1 week after playing them in the big rivalry game, except this time it's in the playoffs. And at the time, South Stanley had only been past the first round maybe twice, maybe once since like the 70s. And we actually beat Albemarle again in the playoffs there in overtime. And it was just a crazy upset. And so people stormed the field. It was just an awesome sight to behold. I was there. I wasn't on the team that year, but I was in the stands, and I had the body paint going on, and it was cold, but we were dedicated to our team that year, and it was just an awesome experience. But another one, I can't go without mentioning our SanLee tennis team. We have quite a little rivalry brewing now with West Pine. Since we've gotten a tennis team here, which has been, this would have been year 5 of tennis. The conference champion has either been West Pine or SanLee. They won the first 3 years. They had kids that are like nationally ranked in the top 50. One of them was number 1 in his age group. So they beat down on us for a couple years there, but lo and behold, that 2019 team, we had that perfect storm of 8th graders that had playing experience, led by none other than Coach Harrington's son, Cooper Harrington, who was our 1 seed that year.
Now, is it true that going into that year, West Pine had never lost even just a single match? Is that true? I've heard that. Is that true that West Pine had never ever even lost a match? Is that true?
They lost 2 individual matches the year before. They still won conference, but we beat them in 2 individual matches because I pulled a little sly move, and I moved my 1 seed to play at the 6 and my 2 seed to play at the 5. And so I kind of manipulated a little bit because it's a rivalry.
You basically put a little gas on that fire.
Oh yeah. Put a little gas on that fire to let them know, hey, we're knocking on the door. And then comes the next year, and they think they've reloaded. Well, we come over to West Pine, and we beat them 9-0. And we rubbed it in, and we let them know, hey, we're here, and we're here to stay. And so played them again later on in the year to complete our undefeated season, 9-0'd them again, and that finished our 2019 season as conference champions, undefeated. And so West Pine might come with a little bit of anger next year, but I think we'll be locked and loaded and ready for them.
That sounds good. Can't wait to see. All right, last and not least is Coach Staff.
All right, I too love a good rivalry. First thing, rivalry that came to my mind was, of course, my twin sister, because we battled each other our entire lives. But we are grown now, so I have been a long-time Syracuse fan. In fact, wearing my Syracuse sweatshirt today. They had a big win yesterday against NC State. So, in fact, this weekend is a rivalry game for them, and they're playing Boston College. And so Syracuse is now 11-6, and Boston College is 3-11 this year. So I'm really hoping that Syracuse men's basketball pull out a W this weekend against Boston College, and I'll be sitting on the couch probably with a pizza watching that.
Now, do you find yourself almost sitting on an island down here in South and North Carolina, and you are a Syracuse fan?
For sure. Haven't met another one yet. But this area right here is like college basketball capital of the world, which was about 60% of the reason I moved here specifically. So I am loving living in this area with all the big teams and the ACC. So yes, although I am the only Syracuse fan down here that I've met, I'm sure there's more of us around. So I just love college basketball altogether.
Awesome. It doesn't get any better than Tobacco Road, so to speak here. All right, that concludes our sports history with rivalries. I'll shoot it back over there to Coach Stevens and let him finish out the show.
All right, so before we get to our workout of the week, we just want to let y'all know that you can be featured on a future episode if you record yourself, get yourself on video, playing in a ball game, doing one of our workouts. If you get it on video, you can be featured here on our show as either just a little video segment, or you may be featured as the workout of the week. So you can stop working out with us and you can work out with some of your peers. So be sure to send in your videos if you want to be featured. That's it. That's the show. Stay tuned for the workout of the week. It's the water bottle hit workout with Coach Staff. So make sure you get that grind in, because as we always like to say, the grind never stops. So get your workout in, and we'll see y'all again next week.
Hi everybody. Today I'm going to show you a workout called the water bottle HIIT workout, and HIIT is HIIT, high intensity interval training. Okay, HIIT. So what that means is that we are going to do 30 seconds of work and then 30 seconds of rest, and we're going to repeat that for 4 different exercises, and we're going to do 3 rounds. So we're going to do 30 seconds of work, then 30 seconds of rest with the first one, then the second, then the third, then the fourth, and we'll go through that top to bottom 3 times. So I will show you what that workout is here. You can go ahead and write that down if you need to, but the first thing is called squat taps. Second exercise is lunge tap and hop over, then sit-ups and plank taps. Okay, so 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, squat taps, lunge tap and hop over, sit-ups and plank taps. Okay, so this is one of those workouts. HIIT workouts are like what you put into the workout, you're going to get out of it. So if you try to work your hardest during the work time, then you're going to feel like you got a good workout. If you're just walking through it real easy, not really pushing yourself, it's not going to feel like a very intense workout. Okay, so I'm going to get the music on here for you and go through it with you. All you need today is a water bottle, and tennis shoes would be nice.
Stage 3, 1-to-1 ratio high intensity interval training workout. 30 seconds high intensity and 30 seconds rest. Get ready for the first high intensity rep. 3, 2, 1, go.
Tap, squat. Tap, squat. Tap, squat.
3, 2, 1, rest.
All right, we're going to rest now. I'm actually going to lay my water bottle flat so it's a little bit easier to jump over. Just if you can't jump very high or you have an ankle problem like I do, it's just easier to jump over the bottle like that. So now we're going to move on to the next one, which is a lunge, tap, hop over. So we're just going to step back, tap, and hop. Step back, tap, and hop. So right leg on one side, left leg on the other.
1, go. Three, two, one, rest.
Okay, next one is going to be sit-ups and tap.
Focus on health, not weight.
So my water bottle is here, and unless I sit all the way up, I'm not going to be able to touch the bottle. If you can't sit all the way up, put the bottle to the side, and you can do a crunch.
Three, two, one, go.
Sit up and tap.
Feel the burn. Three, two, one, rest.
Okay, next one is plank. Okay, so you're gonna have your body like in the top of that push-up position, a straight line. You're going to tap, alternating hands. If you need to make it easier, you can drop your knees, and you're still getting that plank position. And then that'll be the end of round one. Remember, we're doing it 3 rounds.
3, 2, 1, go.
Remember, if you wanted to modify, drop your knees.
3, 2, 1, rest.
So that's the end of round one. We're going to go back to the top to our
Be stronger
squat
than
tap.
your excuses.
And your bottle is in between your feet, just out in front of you. Ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Tap, squat. Tap, squat. Tap, squat.
Keep going. Three, two, one, rest.
Okay, rest. Remember, the next one is a lunge. So you're just going to step back and hop over. I like to turn my bottle down on its side. Remember, what you put into this workout, you're going to get out of it. So if you're just walking through nice and easy, you're probably not going to get the benefits that you could if you were trying to get as many reps as possible.
3,
Ready?
2, 1, go.
Step, tap, pop. Step, tap, pop.
Three, 2, 1, rest.
Okay, sit up. I'm going to put my bottle back up. Okay. The rest is great, isn't it? You got 30 seconds to rest. Get your breath a little bit. All right, sit up or crunches. You can put your bottle to the side in just a
3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, rest.
I always want that last rep. Okay, last one for the round is our plank. Okay, remember you can do traditional plank. Okay, if you want to make it even harder, you can do your plank on your elbows. Okay, you can do it this way, or if you want to modify, you can drop your knees. Whatever works for you. The best thing about fitness is everything can be modified.
3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, rest.
Okay, that's the end of round 2. So we're going to go back to the top of the list to the tap squats, or the squat taps. Okay? Water bottle will be in between your feet, slightly out in front of you. You're going to tap and then squat, just like you're sitting in a chair. If you even wanted to do this modified and have a chair behind you, you could tap, sit in the chair, and then stand back up.
3, 2, 1, go.
Tap, squat, tap.
Push yourself. No one is going to do it for you. 3, 2, 1, rest.
Okay, I'm going to turn my water bottle to the side. Remember, next one is lunges. So you're going to step back with your lunge, really not even a full lunge, but step back, tap, pop. Okay? Take your breath. Ready to go?
3, 2, 1, go.
Tap, touch, up, tap, touch, up, tap, touch, up.
Rest.
Oh, that one went quick. Okay, sit-ups or crunches. As you can see from my sit-ups, I tend to start to slide backwards. Feel free to adjust yourself if you too start to slide backwards. All right, 2 more exercises, then we're done. Water bottle here.
3, 2, 1, go. Three, 2, 1, rest.
All right, last one is our plank. Okay, a few modifications for the plank. Okay, the most difficult way would be on your elbows, and then your hands, and then if you need it, Last exercise, then we're
3,
done.
2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, rest.
All right, so that's it for the workout. As you can see, you do not need to work out for an hour, 2 hours at a time to get results. We got our heart rate up, okay? We're breathing heavier. And I don't know about you, but I am on the verge of sweating, probably sweating. So these are living room workouts, guys. There is no excuse to not get in your fitness for the day. This took us just a few minutes. We did it together, and all you need is a water bottle and just a little bit of space. So thank you for your time. I hope that you enjoyed it.